On this edition of the news, waited a while to say that, a whole bunch of Black Series and one vintage collection is being re-released, and there's an update to go with it as well. We have one more look at Sdcc Comic-Con, all the booze and other stuff that you've asked about in the comments section. We've got some updates to give you. I have a little tiny pickup to show you, it's literally tiny, plus an unboxing from my buddy Scotty B. All this and more coming up. Welcome everybody to Usualmike Television, your home action figure news. Thanks to Nerdzoic, been on his channel a couple of times. Thank you, Matt. Broke the news about Black Series and one vintage collection and some Power Rangers. There's some old stuff that's very expensive that's getting a re-release. If you didn't know, he was the first one to break the news. Him and the Toy Snowman did a live stream together. There's an update today featuring this information as well. And it appears like it's going to be a little bit like, remember we had Mando Mondays and Obi Kenobi Wednesdays, and they'd always drop a few items on those days. This looks like a whole bunch of stuff. They're going to drop it intermittently over a certain period of time. Let's go to Matt to find out some more information.
I can give you a real quick rundown. I can't tell you what's coming out when, but I can tell you this. Keep your Tuesdays clear starting a week from today. Every week from next Tuesday, August 8th, all the way until September 19th, it looks like they have 2 to 3 figures each Tuesday. And then there's one day that has a single thing being released. So not everything is coming out at once, which is also good for all of your wallets, right? Like, I'm sure some of us couldn't handle it. But the even more interesting news, and this is the part that I'm going to say, cling to hope, but don't count on, is the ETAs on this stuff is really, really, really soon. Like, literally start in October. It's October, November, December. So, like, this stuff, it sounds like it might, I don't know this, but it sure sounds like it might already either be made or be in production, which is freaking awesome. But everyone's going to have this. This will be on Big Bad. This will be on EE. I'm sure everybody's going to have it. And for that, I am actually going to real quick go through them all again. And these are not in the order of release. This is just in random order because it's what it downloaded in. So we have the Ahsoka from the Clone Wars, formerly a Walmart exclusive. The Archive Bosk or Bosk, depends how you want to say it. And if you say it wrong, he'll eat you. Anakin Skywalker when he was very angry and choked out his wife. Shouldn't have done that. Darth Maul, another angry person. Cal Kestis in his Jedi Fallen Order gear. The single vintage item on the list, an ATST Raider. Commander Fox. Darth Nihilus. One of my top 3 that I'm most excited about, Clone Commander Obi-Wan. Dr. Aphra. One of the bottom 2 that I'm least excited about, followed by the other one I'm not excited about. We'll call this one top 4. Shadow Stormtrooper, former Target exclusive, long before I started collecting the Black Series. Speaking of the Shadows, we got a Shadow helmet, a Jango Fett, a Mando Loyalist, Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing helmet-y thing. Well, not him, it's just his helmet. I don't think Mark Hamill comes with us, I'm pretty sure. It'll be a lot more expensive. Palpatine. This is my number 1 favorite, most excited one. The Loyalist. Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi. Plo, I'm a Jedi Master Kun. Speeder Bike and Grogu. Another one of my top 3 most excited. 000, a droid who likes to torture. The Stormtrooper helmet. If he doesn't already have it. Prototype Boba Fett helmet. And then the couple Power Rangers things. It's a Red Ranger helmet, a White Ranger helmet, and a Green Dragon dagger.
Some very nice figures amongst that lot. There's some very hard to find as well. And all these who have some of those figures, and you're like, oh, mine's worth a fortune. That price will come crashing. Remember, it's not about investments all the time. It's sometimes just about enjoying your toys. Now, let's move on to Sdcc Comic-Con. Lots of videos out there showing you stuff that's upcoming. There's a video I wanted to show you about once they do the reveals, they put them in the booth. So here's a video of the new stuff. Also note before you see the video, note the back of the vintage collection card backs, they blacked out all the reveals as well. Let's roll the tape.
Okay, revealed in the panel, we have Ahsoka, and she's going to be on her Ahsoka series card for the Vintage Collection. We also going to see that Grand Admiral Thrawn, who's on the first ever Rebels card in the Vintage Collection. And then, as you can already see in your eyes, probably drifted over there, it's that amazing Chewbacca Life Day. He's on a Star Wars card, not a Star Wars Holiday Special card. That would have been awesome. But you can see him here with his little crystal and his robe. Down here, we have that Imperial Officers Vintage Collection pack featuring Admiral Mati and some other random officers as well. And down here, although previously leaked, we have the first appearance of the Return of the Jedi Wave 2 for the Retro Collection, featuring that Gamorrean Guard, Admiral Akbar, Yak Face, the Imperial Guard, and Wicket, and that Mon Mothma. On the other side, we have Sabine Wren here, bearing in a deluxe Vintage Collection from Ahsoka. You can see that Loth Cat right there, as well as her lightsaber, her helmet, and she should also include her spray painting unit as well. Down here, we have Pre Vizsla and his Vintage Collection look. It does not come with the card back at this point, but we could see that. And over here, we have the newly sculpted Darth Revan. Amazing with that laser cut, tattered cape that he has as well. You notice on the back of the 296 card, they blacked it out so you can't get any leaks about other figures to come. Here's those Imperial officers again. And then the back of the box. So in the Black Series case, we got our first look at that newly sculpted Hera based on her look in the show here. And Ahsoka, again, this is the previous release Ahsoka, but she's now becoming in the Black Series box art for the Ahsoka show, where you can see the side panel there, as well as Bobby. Hey, Bobby. And we have our Pre Vizsla, which we got to see at the brand's preview, but he is also here in the case. Next to that, newly sculpted R2. Now, this R2 is going to be coming on the 40th anniversary card back for Return of the Jedi, but this is his single release in the standard line as well. You can store all the accessories here in the head. And here's that amazing holiday line Wave 3, featuring that Perch Trooper Nutcracker, Frosty the Snow Trooper, as I'm calling him. That holiday edition abominable or adorable Ewok. And the Mandalorian Scout with his sweater. Here we have Sabine Wren and her Black Series appearance, also coming in the Ahsoka box. And you can try to see that art there a little bit with the glare. An extreme amount of deco on this with the functional holsters, the lightsaber that you could also mount on the belt, the helmet, and you can see the guns are even painted on this version of the figure. Here is R2 and Pre Vizsla in their packaging, along with the side panels. On the side panel artwork, you notice he has his helmet on. It's kind of iconic to the character. And here's the rest of the holiday series, including KX Security Droid, all painted out in white. And down here we have that Santa Jawa, along with his elf, the Salacious Crumb.
Oh, and the Christmas figures. I showed all those. The Ewok, if you didn't know, is actually Paplu, the one that's on the 40th anniversary card back at the moment, just repainted white. So albino Ewoks hanging out with Porgs. Now to send me your questions. Someone asked in Jabba's Palace when they had the display there at San Diego Comic-Con, they had Bib Fortuna, Fat Bib Fortuna. His card back is 276. That was on display there, along with an amazing display as well. The R5D4 and the Mandalorian Fleet Trooper, which are going to be in the window packaging, part of the Mandalorian lineup, the Galaxy Series packaging. R5D4 is number 33, Mandalorian Fleet Trooper is number 34. Another question I had, I said in a video about the Imperial Officers 4-pack, I had 3 interchangeable heads. The set features Admiral Piet and General Modi and a couple of other no-name guys you can name. The set has 4 action figures and 6 weapons. That's what's listed. There's no extra heads. The interchangeable heads just pop on and pop on. Apparently you don't do it to the guy in the white. I don't know. I'm sure you could pop his head off, but yeah. I only repeated what was said on the panel. That is available to pre-order from Hasbro Pulse and Shop Disney right now, December 1st shipping. Or December 1st is sometime after that, you'll get your hands on it. And also some news about the Black Series Rebel Commando, as seen right here. When you open it up and you pull the face off, the face does not interchange with the Hoth Trooper, the Hoth Rebel Trooper I should say. The faceplates are completely different. Why they didn't interchange them, no one knows why. It's probably different designers, that's all I could say. Some guy sculpted this one, another guy sculpted that one. There you go. Disney Droid Factory! Every year they do a nice Halloween figure. I think I've got one in my collection thanks to my buddy Mario. This new one is called C1 MNST4. Also, that word is monster. It's a Frankenstein monster, $14.99 USD, available at Shop Disney. Most of us here in Australia, when we go Shop Disney, is like, they're the hardest stuff for us to get, by the way. The hardest stuff in the world is anything Shop Disney. We don't have Shop Disneys. We have Disney stuff available in our country, but they never give us Star Wars Shop Disney stuff, so read into that what you want. Also at San Diego Comic-Con, a little bit down the road, I don't know how far away, but it was sort of down the road a bit, was the Hasbro Vault. It was a building they put all their old stuff in, celebrating 100 years of Hasbro's products and stuff. Obviously we want to concentrate on Star Wars stuff. Let's go inside and have a little look-see.
Of course, it's the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, so they had to do a Star Wars display, and they did such an amazing display. We've got an original Kenner shuttle. We've got 2 original Kenner ERGs, it looks like. A dignitary, the Emperor. A retro Vader, an officer. An AT-AT commander, 3 stormtroopers, 2 of which are retro. One of the biker scouts took a hit from Lumat up there, or is that Warwick? I always get Lumat and Warwick mixed up. There's Poplu dangling from the rock. We've got a biker scout coming in. R2 and Chewie are hanging out in the cargo net. This is such an impressive display. And I even love that they set up one of the mini rigs. Oh, I love that Hasbro put up the mini rigs. That's one of my favorite too, the Endor Ranger right there. And then you've got Chewie, Endor Han, Endor Leia, a couple of Endor Commandos, Lord Goldenrod's on his throne. Star Wars, I think, is well represented, and they couldn't have picked a better display for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Taking it back to some more Hasbro history, they have a mask display. Look at all of these incredible mask vehicles. Hopefully Hasbro brings back masks to modern markets at some point in the future. Could you just imagine a classified or Black Series type line of 6-inch scale mask characters and figures?
Very cool. One thing to note, there was a kennel line that hasn't seen the light of day for many years, and that's Mask. We have a line of Indiana Jones which is probably on its last legs. They're not going to keep making that. It's kind of like the Ghostbusters Plasma series. It's on its last legs as well. Mask is getting looked at in this vault. I mean, it's just there just to have a look at, but maybe they're just bringing it back for next year. Who knows? Leave that on the rumor mill section. That could be in the pipeline. I don't want to see 6-inch masks, rather see 3 3/4, and it's faithful to the creations that they had back in the day as well. Also, as you know, I'm a massive old school Kenner collector, and I want to tell you that they had some amazing things at Sdcc in the Hakes auction booth. Hakes auction, one of the biggest auction houses in the world, one of the best auction houses in the world. They do follow this channel, thank you guys. Check this out, some great items. Want to drop 200,000 on that prototype Boba? Mwah. Beautiful stuff, beautiful. All right, tiniest pickup, tiniest pickup, tiniest pickup. I'm gonna find the thing first. Here it is. It's in a little baggie. No, it's not drugs. Thank you to local collector and Star Wars fan. Got this for me. I hope he's watching, Peter. Thank you very much. I now have an official Kenner cane to complete Yoda. Can't even see that. How cool is that? Thank you, Pete. That is awesome. Now the package all the way from Australia. This is from Scotty B. What a legend he is. He has gifted me some of the finest Joes and some awesome stuff over the years. Thank you so much. He sent along this big parcel to the channel to be unboxed. If you want to send something, it's PO Box 957, Lismore, New South Wales 248, Australia. And there's his signature on top. Let me get a knife and we'll crack into this. And here we go. Note on top. Note on top. Oh, and some loose goodies as well. Let's have a read. Mike, hope you and the family are well. You mentioned one of these in a video a few weeks ago. I had a spare one, so I thought I'd send it your way. There are a few extra Kenners in there as well for your recarding collection, and one for your Ewoks village. Keep the great videos coming. Also, what do you think of the retro collection, the Phantom Menace stuff that's been pipelined? I can't wait. Neither can I. It'll be very interesting to see how they do that. That'll be very cool. I know there's a Kenobi that they've done recently. That'll probably be similar, but doing Qui-Gon and Jar Jar and Darth Maul in there. Woo. And the Queen Amidala. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Cheers, Scotty B. Let's have a look what Scotty sent. We have, we just saw in the video before the Vault, they had that Ewok setup, and look, as a sane person, oh, I stuffed up my Ewoks. Remember when I presented it and I'm like, there's, I think it's Paplu beating on the drum and it was Chief Chirper. I don't know. This Low Grey and the Death Squad Trooper Commander, yeah. Whew. Rusty as an old gate today. That's me. That's awesome. Thank you very much. And here's the item Scotty was saying. This one. I know, I can see through the wrapper. I can tell you. In one of my videos, I mentioned that TK Maxx, you guys in the US call it TJ Maxx. I don't know why. Sometimes they got toys. And we just happen to have one in our country. Oh! That sold this. Which was quite hard to get at the time. Mace Windu, 50th anniversary Lucasfilm. There was a, what was that, Grievous and Clone. My memory doesn't serve well. And that is the 6-inch Mace Windu in the, is it the Tartovsky version of Clone Wars? Tartovsky? That's how you say it? Get in there close, have a good look at his face. Samuel L. Jackson. Now he's on that Secret Invasion. Come back to this. This is much better. Excellent. Thank you, Scotty. Awesome items. I'm going to enjoy them all, and I hope you enjoyed the show today. Thank you very much for watching. If you wish to support the channel, you know the deal. Down in the description, memberships, merch, and affiliate links to help support the channel. And if it's your first time here, don't forget to hit subscribe, tap that little bell for notifications, slap a like on the video if you've enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. All the best.